folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's get it.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing is Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Gotta go.
To throw is Wilson. This is complete. It's Baldwin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On third down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw again is Wilson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
95. Shotgun. Tempo. 14.
Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to him on first down. Able to fight through one tackle. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. On first down, Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, here's Penny. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Don't take forever, okay? Hey, go down, go down. All right, go ready.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He's going to get it running right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This offense is a group ranked 30th on the ground, and those are the kinds of runs that have earned him that spot.
Yeah, dubious distinction, right? Because no one wants to be in that position, and no matter what your style of play, you want to be known as a team that can run the ball when you need to.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get... the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Last stop! Last stop!
On play action, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Garoppolo, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. Garoppolo looks to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw from his end zone, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now Wilson on 1st down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that was scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll stop him at the 1-yard line, but small consolation there following the turnover.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Garrett Selleck, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. An update from Denver. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerron Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
21, 20, 80. White. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
11. 13. Here we go. 11.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And now it's second down.
11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
11.
On play action, now Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Bradley Pinion now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good jumbo.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Nazaire Jones there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On first down, Garoppolo. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense that just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Penny. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, Now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll run it again with Penny. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Over here. Zebra. Hey.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
19.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Check 50.
Play action. It's Wilson. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Wilson now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The tight end, Kittle, has it on the left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Move it up, fellas. I got you. 36.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. This is a crew that came into the year saying we're going to win 10 games. They really thought they were going to. Well, this is their 7th loss, so they will not reach that goal.
And that number may light up like neon, won't it? Because people remember